Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. I'm a 33-year-old zero-based cashless budgeter and stuffer. And we are here today to stuff my paycheck and some Christmas money for the first week of January. So I once again did not DoorDash. I worked a lot of hours last week, even with the Christmas holiday. And actually this is from the week before Christmas. So I worked a lot, even with my full-time job. And I did not have the time to DoorDash. And those hours show because we have 500, and I can't read my own writing. We have $538.37 from Amazon, plus $300 from Christmas. Oops. Giving us $838.37 to work with for the week. So 838. 37. We're gonna put that 37 cents straight into the roundup challenge, and that is gonna leave us with $838 to work with for the week, which is huge. That's a lot of money. I don't remember the last time or if I've ever had this much to budget with. Maybe like last Christmas, whenever I had Christmas money and I was DoorDashing like full time. But yeah, very exciting. We're gonna make a lot of good progress on a lot of envelopes today. You can probably guess which envelope's gonna get a lot of money, but let's just go ahead and let's get started with my variable expenses. So buffer, we are going to skip. We always skip buffer. It just sits there, covers my transactions until I move the money out of my envelopes in my PayPal account, and it covers any IOUs or negative balances that I have. So Crochet by Jamie, we currently have 50, 60 to 63, which sounds like it should be a whole lot of money. However, I went a little bit crazy in overspending this week, to be honest. I went shopping for some yarn, and I bought quite a bit of yarn, and I spent a good amount of money. You'll see that in my unstuffing this week, but we're gonna put $140 in to cover that balance. All right, up next we have gas. Gas currently has 50, 70, 80, 81, and 82. I think the $60 a week has been working really well because I'm not DoorDashing. I'm just driving to and from Amazon. And then starting next week, I will go back to work and then just, my normal work and then Amazon. So let's just stick with the $60 for now. Groceries has 20, 40, 50, 60, $65. I did have some leftovers from Christmas that I've been eating through. And I also signed up for Factor for my my big girl job paycheck. So I'm not going to put a ton of money in this week because I do have a decent amount of money in here. I can't think of anything that I need to buy. I did do like a small grocery haul, and I bought like some stuff for breakfast and then some stuff for snacks. So I'm just going to put $10 in, and I think that should be good. Prescriptions will get its normal 5. And then spending normally gets 10, but I went a little crazy. Just wait until you see my own stuffing. It's truly insane this week. But we have $5, $7, $8, and $9. Sorry, but there's a cat in the room and she's getting into trouble. So we have $9. So we're gonna add 32. Which is a weird number, but it will make my balance 0 at the end of it. So $32 in spending this week. So my total and my variable expenses for the week is $247, which is a lot, but we have a lot of money that we're working with this week, so it's okay. Promise it'll all work out. All right, so moving into my high priority binder. Sorry, I can't talk. I have not been sleeping well lately just because of the holidays and the working my weird shifts, but yeah, I'm kind of sleepy right now, but got to get this recorded, got to get it uploaded today. Today is Monday, and yeah. So car costs, we have $30 in here now. So we're gonna do another 100. And that will give it a nice bump. No, let's not do 100 actually. Let's do 98. Yeah, let's do 98. Which will make it a weird amount for now, but it will all make sense whenever I do my own stuffing. For debt payoff, we have $100 left on this tracker. So we're gonna stuff that. We're gonna do the final $100. And then I can pull that and make my my payment on my credit cards. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So for debt or for festivals, we have an even 1,000, and we are currently $400 into the $1,750 that we need for the hotel. So we're gonna give festivals $300, and we'll make a nice dent. We'll get almost halfway through that tracker for the hotel. Gifts currently has $125. I need to talk to my sister to see when we're gonna do the casino day with my dad and my grandma. But for now, let's just do 10, because I think 125 or 135 after the stuffing should be good. I'm essentially paying for lunch or dinner for me and my dad, and then casino for me and my dad. So my dad's not a big gambler, so it should be fine. And my sister will pay for herself and my grandmother. And then taxes, we're not going to add any money to this week because I don't have any money that needs to be taxed. Amazon takes out taxes. It's a normal W-2 job. And then Christmas money is a gift, so no taxes on that. Okay. So in my high priority binder, we're adding $508, which is very nice. I love that. That's such a good number to be adding. Okay, so we'll go into my low priority binder. We're not going to do anything too crazy in here. So body mods, we're going to give $2 this week. Electronics will get its normal $1. I did get new AirPods for Christmas, which is great because mine, the one has not been like sitting properly in the charger, I guess it's called, the case. It's not been sitting properly in the case, so it hasn't been charging correctly. And then because it's not charging, it thinks it's running. And then whenever it's running, the battery drains faster. So my right AirPod lasts for about half as long as my left AirPod, even when they're fully charged. So I got a new set of AirPods from my parents, and now I don't have to buy that. So still just saving up for a new Apple Watch, which mine is getting a little... The battery lasts less than 24 hours at this point, which isn't ideal, but it still works. So we're gonna just keep going with it until I have enough money saved up to get one, which it's gonna take a hot minute, but we'll get there. Fitness this week, we're gonna add $10. I did have to do some unstuffing from here, but we'll cover that in my unstuffing. Hair and lashes, we're gonna give $10. We should be getting really close to the $220, $225-ish that I need to get my hair done. And my appointment is I want to say it's the 17th. So we do have one more week to stuff after this to make sure that we have enough. Shindigs and shenanigans, we're going to give $10. That's for just hanging out with my friends. And then travel is also going to get $10. And this is for long-term, a trip to Hawaii for my birthday next year. And then short-term, a trip to... I was talking with my friend, and we're thinking either the Outer Banks or I think it's called Sanibel Island in Florida. They are both like islands, so they have really good seashells, and she is a seashell girly. So that's what we want to do on our trip. So we're stuffing $43 in low priority, and we're going to move into my long-term savings, which is much smaller now that it does not have the 52-week challenge. But honestly, it's still pretty plump because we have the savings challenge Saturday in here, so that's still pretty thick. But so for cats, my children, we're gonna give them $5 this week. For my home improvement fund, also gonna get $5. Medical, we're also gonna give $5. month ahead, we're gonna get $5. Roundup just gets those 37 cents for now. We will have plenty to add whenever we do the unstuffing. There are a lot of transactions on my list this week. And then Savings Challenge Saturday, we'll do $20 this week. And let's make sure, well, let's add this up first, I guess. So that's $40.37. So let's make sure that this is equal to to 838.37. Big number, can't talk. $838.37, perfect. Final thing that we need to do is do my cash breakdown so that whenever I pull my bills for the stuffing, I have the correct denominations. So Crochet by Jamie, it's insane that I have to stuff this much, but it's apparently really nice yarn, so I'm excited for it. But it's gonna get 102 20s. Gas will get a 50 and a 10, groceries a 10, prescriptions a 5, spending a 20, a 10, and a 2. Car costs a 50, 2 20s, a 5, a 2, and a 1. Debt payoff a 100. Festivals 3 100s. Gifts a 10. Body mods a 2. Electronics a 1. Fitness, hair, shindigs, and travel, I'll get 10s. Cats, home, medical, month ahead, I'll get 5s. Roundup, we will deal with whenever we get there. If we need to add a bill, we'll just pull one from my little stash. And then Savings Challenge Saturday, we'll get 21s. So then we'll go ahead and add this up and make sure that this also equals 838 and that I didn't mess up the denomination somewhere, which I've been known to do. So this is 500, this is 100, this is 100, this is 80, this is 30, this is 6, and this is 22. So I'm off by a weird amount too. $72. Okay, let me try this again. $838. Okay, so I must have just typed something wrong into the calculator. But that is the correct cash breakdown. This is everything that we're gonna be stuffing this week. So that is gonna be it for this video. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I feel like this was a little bit of a weird one. I feel like my vibe is not excellent in this video for some reason. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know how your Christmas was if you celebrate. Let me know if you got anything that you wanted from your Christmas list, or if you got somebody something that they wanted from their Christmas list that really kind of made your day. And I will see you on Wednesday for my cash stuffing.